Hey love, you got your heart on your sleeve, but the shirt on your back's a bit small. Hey you, yeah, your colors are changing, the world ain't half bad after all. Na 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 na.
Hi, my name is Maya and welcome to episode 5 of the Summer Knitting Journals. Today is Saturday. I published the vlog episode 4 yesterday and I didn't have the time to film the intro since then. But I did film a few snippets here and there yesterday night that I'm gonna show you after this because the soup is souping again. But the plans kind of changed also since yesterday. Because when I left at the end of the last episode, I told you we were gonna meet Mr. Tinks and I with our climber friend. And then we were gonna climb today somewhere. We weren't sure where exactly yet, but that was the plan. However, we met with our friend yesterday, so that stayed. We ate at an Asian restaurant. It was really good, it was awesome. But our friend had a lot of administrative stuff to do before she left the country to continue her road trip, so she didn't really have the time in the end to climb today. On top of that, my thumb is better. I can now, like, as I said, I can hold stuff kind of easily, but I cannot climb. That's a bit too hardcore, especially do like 30 minutes drive and then walk an hour and then spend the whole day at the climbing crag with the thumb in this state. It's not as if I had nothing else to do. Absolutely not. So it's kind of a waste of time. So I wasn't really motivated to do that. Like, I would rather go to the climbing gym where I can just walk 10 minutes and climb a little bit and then come home, and it's not, I haven't spent the whole day trying to do something that actually hurts. So I wasn't really motivated either, and Mr. Tinks was super tired, so we just ended up not climbing. And guess what we did instead? We went to the pump track. Of course we did. So we did that yesterday night. It was dark. It's very scary to go in the pump track when it's dark. So we didn't stay for very long. But we went back this morning, just Mr. Tinks and I. And I'm happy to say, I think it finally clicked. Like, I feel so much more confident and I can actually start pumping so that I can go a little bit faster and like not stop when I'm at the beginning of a bump because I'm not going fast enough. It's finally clicking. However, I couldn't film because it was quite crowded. I mean, not crowded, but there were a lot of other people and they were like riding the pump track at the same time as us, so I couldn't like film myself when there were people behind me. And I'm still going slower than others, so they kind of have to wait behind me, which is annoying. So if I'm filming myself when they have to wait behind me, it would be a bit too much. So I didn't film anything, but I think we're gonna go again tomorrow night, so maybe hopefully I will be able to show you my progress then. Knitting wise, I do have a few news because I came home from Mr. Tinks' place by train, and that's like an hour and a half, 2 hours ride. So I finished the hair accessory thing. What's the right side? I have no idea. Both sides look equally beautiful, so I just finished it. I bound off and then I wove in the ends. It's quite long. It's a lot longer than I expected, but also once it's like tied, I haven't blocked it yet, but if I like put it in my hair and I tie it once, it's like a reasonable length. I think it's perfect. And as I said, I haven't blocked it, so it might even grow a little bit with that. So I'm gonna block it right after I finish filming this. And as I said already, I am ready to cast on the next one with a very similar yarn, but different color. So that's it for those. And then I told you I have 3 options to cast on. I mean, one is more like swatches, but guess which one I ended up casting on? Yes, I cast on the dopamine one. It's just the beginning. But I have done like a few rows here. The idea, of course I'm in the middle of a row, so the idea is that it comes like this. And I did a few short rows here on the side so that when the row is flat, you have 2 points here on each side, because I want this to be halter style, as I explained. And if I just cast on straight and start knitting straight, I'm gonna have the middle here that's gonna like bleh, which I like in some cases, but for this one I just didn't wanted that. So I did some shaping here with short row so that it's actually like rounded, and that would prevent the center from bleh. That's the idea. However, while I was knitting this, so I cast on with the 3.75 millimeters. I didn't swatch because that's kind of the size of the swatch I would make anyway, so I'm just gonna knit like this and see if I like it. I have already unraveled once because I cast on too many stitches. And I did have to start over the short rows a couple of times as well, but now I think I found the sweet spot. And I am increasing on the sides. And I'm doing I-cords, 4 stitch I-cords on each side. So what I was saying is that I noticed that this yarn doesn't have any drape. I have no idea where I got that from. Editing Maya. It's been a while. I am about to talk nonsense about the content of this yarn and the way I felt when I spun it, but in hindsight, I realized now that I was mixing 2 different spins together. I haven't spun a lot of yarn, but I'm already mixing them up. And it's gonna be embarrassing, so I'm just gonna cut that out. And at the end of the episode, I'm gonna give the conclusion of my thoughts about this yarn, and everything is gonna make sense then. But for now, just know that I thought the yarn was gonna have drape, and it has a lot less drape than I thought, and it has more memory than I expected. Sorry for the interruption. This fabric is like super stretchy and elastic, and it has a ton of memory. Like it's wild considering how the fiber looked like and the results I have. And I spun it up like short forward, so that's a worsted spun spinning method, so it shouldn't have any memory. I mean, it shouldn't have as much memory as it does, which kind of makes me wonder if my idea of having like a positivist, loosey, flowy garment is even gonna work with something that has so much like memory. I don't know. I'm gonna continue and then maybe block it. That would be a good call. I will decide later. But yeah, for now, that's the state of this guy. But I guess even if after blocking I realize that it's like not drapey enough and it has too much memory, since I'm just winging it, just increasing on the sides here, I can just stop when it's like long enough to be a negativist top, and then cast on less stitches than I wanted initially, so that is just a fitted top. And I think, yeah, whatever I do, I'm gonna have enough yarn, be it positivist or negativist. The thing is, I'm just gonna have to check if it's not itchy. For now, it looks really soft, but also this is not enough to determine if it's next to skid soft or not. But whatever. This is where I'm at with the knitting, and hopefully it's gonna go fast without any hiccups, so that I can then cast on the obligation knits like the Melon Cowl and the ski jumper, color work, sweater thing that I really have to swatch for. I'm gonna do that anyway. I'm gonna start that tomorrow or Monday. We'll see. But right now, I have a ton of administrative stuff to do because I received a lot of like pattern support email. For some reason, they all came at the same time, which was during the pattern release. I don't know why it's always like that. Like I hardly ever have any pattern support questions, but I got like 4 and they are all super complicated questions and they all came during the release. So I have to answer those today. But most importantly, I finally have the time to do the grocery shopping. So I will finally buy bananas and other stuff to put in the blender so that I can do some experiments today. So that's the plan. Answer all the emails, solve all the questions, and do the administrative stuff I have been pushing back since the beginning of the week, and do the blender experiments. That's gonna be fun. I'm super excited. So I will now leave before the shop closes because it's Saturday in Switzerland, so they're gonna close soon. It's almost 3 o'clock. I will have the time, but still. And I have to go to the big food shop because the small one that's in my neighborhood, they don't have a lot of fruits, and I want fruits. I want a variety of fruits. So I'm gonna have to take the long trip. And I think that's it. So I will now show you the few snippets I have filmed since yesterday night, and then I will carry on with the rest of the day. and I will meet you back for the blender experiment. I'm so excited! It is time for what's in my groceries bag. And they don't want to stay up. Yeah, that's better. You seem to like when I show it last time, so I'm gonna do it again. But I figured, wouldn't it be fun if I did it in French? Because, I mean, you can kind of identify all the objects when I show them. So, yeah, just for fun, I'm gonna say them in French. And you tell me if it's annoying or not. Salad is literally the same. Raisin. Those were not any type of raisin or grapes. They were cotton candy grapes and they are so sugary. They just taste like cotton candy and they are just incredible. I actually don't really like grapes, but those are the only ones it's not just that I love them, I'm obsessed with them. And tomorrow we have board games afternoon with some friends, and I'm gonna bring those because last time they really loved them too. Then skyr, or however you say that in Icelandic. I got 5 this time. I also got crème fraîche. It's like fresh cream for baking. Because I remember that a few recipes that you guys gave me for the blender thing used cream, so I got some. Bananas. I got 4, I think it's too much, but Mr. Tinks loved them, so he's gonna eat whatever I don't eat. Banana is banane in French, by the way. And this is myrtille. I'm not sure what they are in English. Is it blueberries? It's not blackberries. I think it's blueberries. Lard. It's not really bacon because it's not like the thin stripes. It's little dice. Lard. Nectarine. That's my knitting. Avocat. French and English are really similar, in case you hadn't noticed. Pomme. That's not apple. It's pomme. Lait. Céréales. Pâte. Nouilles. Beurre. Okay, we're getting into the sausage family. Saucisson. Saucisse. Saucisse. Saucisse à rôtir, maybe. Jambon. This is like, I'm not even sure how you say that in English. Jambon. Glass, because it's so hot. And lastly, a mate. I never drink anything sugary, like I eat absolute trash, but I only drink water. I don't drink sugary stuff. But this, lately, Mr. Tinks has been obsessed with those mate kind of soda drinks, I guess, and it's so much better for your health than any other kind of sugary drink. And every time he has one, I kind of take just a sip, and I got used to it, and I wanted to buy one, so I got one. It's not gonna happen very often, I tell you that. I realize now that I completely forgot to get some tomatoes, mozzarella, and stuff so that I could do the cut it, eat it meals. Oops. Guess I'm gonna have to go back to the food shops. I did make a list, but by the way, this is the most practical piece of outfit I have. I have huge pockets here on each side, and I have this thing on the front that's kind of roomy, and it's just the best. Yeah, so I did a list. Stay here! I did a list. But I realized when I was at the shop that I kind of forgot to write ingredients for the blender thing. So I got what I could remember I should get. I do have some protein powder, and I got the bananas, so I guess that's the main thing I needed to get. I got avocados and the cream. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go back next week. But I'm covered at least for the weekend. For tomorrow, that's Sunday, and everything is closed. And for the mornings, also I just ate a little salad at midday, at lunch, because in French we say midi, and midi is midday. So I ate a salad at lunch, so I'm not completely full, so I definitely have some room for like a protein shaker or something. So we're gonna try that. I'm gonna clean up the mess. Oh no, wait, I wanted to do something first. How much do you think what I showed you here cost? Knowing that Switzerland is one of the most expensive places on earth, but I always buy the cheapest of everything I can find because I'm broke, so not as expensive as things can get, but still Switzerland is super expensive. So how much do you think it was? I'm gonna try to use the like quiz feature at the bottom of the video. I've been saying that for a while and I've been wanting to try it out. So try to guess, answering the quiz, how much you think this whole thing was, and I'm gonna give you the answer maybe at the end of the video. Hopefully you will have the time to vote until then. I think it should be fun. So now I think it's time to talk blender. I'm gonna try to blend my first meal. Oh my god! We have a problem. I don't have any ice cubes because I just don't use ice cubes and I don't like the taste of ice. Is it just me, but I think that water that melted from ice has a different taste than just plain water, and I don't like this taste, so I never use ice. So I don't have ice cubes, and I don't have battery either. I was saying, I don't have ice, so I have to make some. I could use frozen fruits, but I just bought the fruits, so they are not frozen yet. So I cannot have like a, not milkshake, but icy shaker kind of thing. It's okay. For now, I'm gonna try temperate. I wonder if it's gonna be disgusting because it's gonna be kind of hot because it's like 28 degrees now. So I don't know. What I think, I'm gonna cut 2 bananas and put them in the plastic baggies so that I can freeze them. Now, I also wanted to read you. So I took the comments in the last 2 videos ago where I got some suggestions for blender things, and I'm gonna read you the one I wanted to do now. So, in general, someone suggested nice cream, if I read correctly, and it's basically any frozen fruit in the blender. Makes sense. And I have some, actually I have frozen fruits, but I bought them like 2 years ago, and they have been in the blender ever since. Not in the blender, what? In the freezer. So I don't think they are still good, because even in the freezer things can go bad. Absolutely hate having stuff on my hands. So there's the nice cream, and then a few people mentioned protein shaker, so banana, peanut butter, milk and protein powder. So that's the basic recipe. I completely forgot about the nut butter. I don't like peanuts anyway. I'm done. But I completely forgot about that. I think someone mentioned, yeah, I could replace peanut butter with cashew butter, which is more neutral in flavor. And apparently it depends on the kind of fruits you have in the mix. So next time I'm gonna try to find cashew butter. Why couldn't I just check this list before I went to the groceries? I'm like that. I always forget to do the important stuff. So I have one banana here. Should I put the two in the same bag? I think it's gonna bother me. I'm gonna put them in separate bags. Then the fancy protein shaker recipe: a frozen banana, one fresh banana, a scoop or two of vanilla protein powder, half a cup of oatmeal, a spoonful or two of natural peanut butter, optionally a scoop of hemp seeds or sesame seeds. I don't have that. A pinch of salt and milk to reach desired consistency. Cinnamon or cocoa. And they also suggested coffee, but I don't like coffee. So no coffee for me. And I need to blend for longer than I think because of the oatmeal. And I can replace the banana with any frozen fruit and replace the peanut butter with cashew butter, blah, blah, blah. Or with something fatty, like full-fat yogurt, quark, or coconut milk, which I did buy, so I could actually do that. So, what I think I will try, and the cream thing is cold, so that could maybe help not have the thing too hot, or I could just blend it and then put it in the freezer for a while. I don't know, but I will try a banana, so I'm gonna cut another one, so I only have one left actually. I'm glad I bought 4. Then the scoop of vanilla protein powder. It's also pretty old, but do those things go bad? I'm not sure. I will have to check the date before I do anything. I eat a lot of things that went bad. The dates on food are often just indicative and just the manufacturers trying to protect themselves in case of any issues, but I always just check if the things smell bad or look bad before I eat them, and I don't really care about the dates anyway. So, banana, protein powder. Do I put oatmeal? Yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit of oatmeal. And then replace the peanut butter with a cream, fat thing I got. Scoop of hemp seeds or sesame seeds. I have linen seeds. Can I put that? I have no idea. I'm gonna try. I will put the linen seeds. I have chia seeds too. Maybe I put the chia seeds afterwards? I don't know. I will see. And maybe a little bit of cocoa. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. I will try. But first, I need to wash my hands. I should maybe read the instructions because I'm not even sure how I should use this. Quick guide. It says this on top of this and then into the base. Okay. And then instructions to not go past the max line, not touch the blades, maximum 1 minute of blending. Okay, not too complicated. So, banana. I just washed my hands. Then, what did I say? Protein powder. So, what does the date say? March 2025. We are in August 2026. Smells good. Nothing suspicious in there. We're good. What did she say? A scoop or 2 of vanilla protein powder. I don't even know what a scoop is. I'm just gonna use a spoon. That's 1 big spoon. Let's say it's enough. Then I'm gonna put some oatmeal. She said half a cup of oatmeal. That's it. I don't want it to be too heavy. It's like 4.5. I'm gonna eat in not too long, so. Then, which one do I put? Those are chia seeds and linen seeds. I have no idea what the difference is between hemp seeds, linen seeds. I think linen seeds and hemp is hemp. No, hemp is not linen. I'm just gonna put a little bit of this. I have no idea what I'm doing. And then I think I said cocoa. Oh no, I moved it. It's here now. A little bit of cocoa. And then the cream thing. Is it weird? Should I maybe put milk instead? Full fat yogurt, quark. I think it's similar to quark, so I guess it's fine. I have no idea. I just hope it's not gonna give a weird taste. It's gonna be fine. How much did she say? A spoonful or 2 of natural peanut butter. 2. All right. And then, so I pulled out the frozen stuff. Those are like berries, and the date says, oh, January 2026. It hasn't been that long. I'm gonna try to put some in if it doesn't look too bad. I think it's fine. It's just frozen fruits, right? Maybe I can try a little bit. Oof. Okay, let's put some. I have no idea if it's gonna taste weird or not. I have no idea what I'm doing. I think I put a little bit too much. I'll put this back in the freezer. All right, I think that's it. Oh, I forgot it. Easy smoothie. Blend up a banana and maybe half a glass of juice. I also add flax seed meal. No idea what that is. Add some frozen fruit and blend again. Add some ice and blend again. I think I'm gonna try that tomorrow. A banana, I don't have juice. I'm not gonna try that tomorrow. Hopefully next week. I'm gonna add juice to the shopping list. So I close this and then I'm gonna put it on the blender, I guess. I don't know how it works. Do I just put it in? What should I do? Do I press? I had no idea how to stop it. Okay. Great, but I have bananas that are like stuck on the top. Ah, all right. I got this. Why was it stuck before? Oh, I need to turn. Okay. I got it. I still have some stuff here. How do I... this is annoying. At least it's feeling cold in my hands. I don't know if you're supposed to do this or not. Okay, I think I'm just gonna take it out with a spoon once I'm done. She said I needed to blend for longer than I think because of the oatmeal. All right, I think it's good. I could have used the small cup, I think, but I guess I'm gonna stop here for now. Moment of truth. Is it gonna like, how do you say, couler? Leak everywhere when I open up the cup? I have no idea. My thumb hurts. I can't open it. Okay. There's so much left there. How do I get this back? Oh, there's so little in there. They said to not touch the blades with the fingers, but they didn't say anything about a spoon. So I'm getting this back with a spoon. That's annoying. That's really annoying to do. Maybe it's too thick and not liquid enough. Maybe I wouldn't struggle this much if it was less thick. Whatever. I think it's good for now. So, That's not a lot for such a big container. I could definitely have used the smaller one. I think I'm gonna transfer it into another cup because this is not very practical. Or is it? It's awesome! Oh my god, it's like so good! I'm so happy, I'm gonna cry. It's incredible. I had no expectations at all. It didn't even cross my mind to try to think if it would be good or not. I'm glad I filmed this because I have no idea. I do not remember how much of what I put in there. And now I can use the video to find back again. Definitely gonna take note. This is awesome. Alright, I'm gonna move it into another container. I'm just so happy. This is awesome. I'm sold. I'm convinced. I'm gonna buy all the frozen stuff starting next week. This is probably gonna get me motivated to do grocery shopping because if I can freeze stuff, then I can get more of them. Although my freezer is full, so I'm gonna have to empty it. But yeah, if I can freeze, because one of the things is that I buy fruits and vegetables and stuff and they just go bad because my life is absolute chaos and without notice I just decide to leave for 3 days to go to Mr. Tinks' place and I just randomly skip meals because I decide to go climbing and then I eat out. Things just go bad. So it's also one of the reasons why I don't buy a lot of vegetables or stuff. It's just they go bad because I don't eat them in time and it's really a shame. But if I can freeze them, and this is like so good. I hope I'm not gonna get tired of it because what tends to happen with me is that I like hyperfixate on a food for a few weeks. I eat that every day. Every day. And then I get tired and I can't eat it anymore for like a year. It's what happened last year. If you saw the summer knitting journals from the last years, I was eating those awesome salads and I just ate too much of them. And now I'm like, ugh, I can't anymore, which is a shame because they were so easy to do and they were all like a bunch of ingredients that needed to be prepared on their own, but I could batch prepare them and like every day one of them was running out, but the other ones were ready, so I only had to cook one thing to have a full meal with lots of cooked stuff in it. So that was awesome. But yeah, this year I'm just not feeling the salads, unfortunately. But now I have this. I'm so happy. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much.
Took a long time to know what I wanted, and now I do, and I will wait on you. Took a long time to know what I needed, and now it's clear whenever you are near. Forever holding out for you. It took a long time to find what I was looking for, but when it did, it all fit together. It took a long time to see what was in front of me. I can't lie, no matter how I try. Forever holding out. Forever holding out for you.
heat waves are over. I'm a bit sad. But also it's good for nature because it was struggling. The drought was intense. And it's gonna rain for the whole week, so temperatures are just gonna drop down. Oh well. Maybe there's a chance at the very end of August and beginning of September some warmth is gonna come back. Maybe. I hope. It would be nice. But it is now kind of fall. And this morning I started working again because I was kind of on holiday but not really. So I started again this morning. And one side effect of that is that it's going to be much easier for me to do the grocery shopping because sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes when I go to work, I rent a car and the parking lot where the rental service is right next to the shop, to the food shop. So when I bring back the car, I can just do a little crochet, we say in French, to the food shop if I just need something quick. And then I bring it back home and then I don't have to like go out just to go do the groceries. So this morning I bought some milk, bananas because I was out of bananas and kiwis. I'm gonna try blending kiwi and we'll see. And I'm gonna freeze the bananas because they are not gonna go bad that way. So yeah, my grocery shopping issues are probably gonna be fixed from now on because I should have more opportunities to do them. Now, let's talk about some knitting. I have very exciting updates, although not sure exciting is really the word, but whatever. Let's start with this one. This is the humble beginnings of the other hair accessory thing I told you I was gonna cast on. Look, I have the other one in my hair. Isn't she lovely? I'm so happy. So yeah, I have this one on the go and it's kind of my portable project because it really takes no space at all and I can just like throw it in my bag and it's pretty easy to knit on. So easy that I even knit on it while I was surf skating. I think you saw that in the videos. So that's one thing. Then I also ended up casting on the Melon Cowl in cashmere. So you can see the two balls here and this fabric is incredible. Like it was kind of to be expected because it's cashmere, but it's so incredibly soft and my tension is also absolutely flawless, which is interesting. This is not blocked. Not bad. And yeah, it has a beautiful halo, but it's not too fuzzy either. I think my mom is gonna love it. And the colors are just so pretty. She did just such a good job choosing them and I'm really loving working on this. It's taking ages, even though this is just the beginning and I don't have a lot of stitches yet, so it's just gonna go slower and slower, but it's fine. This is also a long-term project, not long-term, but like a portable project that I can take with me. However, the fact that I have two yarns and I kind of have to turn them around, it's a little bit less practical than the other one, so it serves a slightly different purpose, I would say. But this is on the go and I'm really loving it. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is this guy. So this is my handspun summer top thing, but I realized that after all, as I suspected last time I showed it to you, the yarn is too elastic. It doesn't have drape, it has too much memory and it is just not suited for a summer top. That's just it. It's gonna be too hot and if I do it with positive ease, it's just gonna be like stiff and not move at all. It's not gonna look good. And if I do it negative ease, open back, crop top, all that stuff, it's wool. It's gonna be too hot. I'm not gonna wear it. Or I'm gonna wear it as a layering piece and then I'm never gonna like show it off because I'm gonna have to keep a layer on top because it's the open back and I'm gonna be cold. So it really just doesn't make sense. And also, I was considering starting over anyway because I got a comment from a person that's always there under the video. And she suggested I could do like add yarn overs for the increases and maybe add a lace panel in the middle. And I'm like, yeah, that would be awesome. And like I didn't want this to be a design because it was so basic and easy and I thought you can just wing it if you want to do something similar. But then the gears started turning and I started having ideas and how to make it more unique and cute and more my style. And I'm like, actually, maybe I want to make this into a summer top that I can release. So yeah, it just got me thinking. And since I wasn't happy with the yarn choice anyway, I was like, this is a sign. I'm just gonna rip it back, frog it entirely, and start over with a different yarn that's gonna suit the design more. And hopefully, maybe, I'm not saying I'm absolutely gonna do it, but maybe release this into a design for next summer. That's the plan. And with this yarn, actually when I started spinning it, I wanted to make socks with it because I've been wanting to make handspun socks since I started spinning. But I thought the yarn had too much drape to make socks with. So that's when I pivoted and decided to do a summer top instead. But now that I tried the summer top and it doesn't work, I can just go back to the socks because this yarn would actually be perfect for socks because it's so elastic and it would be so warm and squishy and comfortable. So I'm just gonna make socks. Go back to the initial plan. However, I don't particularly need or want to cast on socks now, so I'm not gonna start them, I mean, in this series of vlog or even in the not too distant future and I run out of battery. But if I don't cast on the socks now, I should re-skin this cake because it's pretty tight and my beautiful yarn that has a lot of elasticity and memory is just gonna become completely stretched out and flat if I keep it in this state for the time it's gonna take me to cast on the sock. However, I don't have the patience to wind it again on my Nini Nodi and do a cute skin again. So I'm just gonna rewind it into another skin. And when you make a cake from a cake, you get a lot less tension in the second cake, so the yarn has a lot more room to breathe, and it's not gonna lose its elasticity. So I'm just gonna do that. Rewind it, re-cake it a second time so that I can store this yarn in a safe form, I guess. And that's kind of it for the knitting. Now, something else I did aside from working was going back to the perm track. Of course I did. And I did two turns, rounds of the track, and I'm so proud. It's the first time, and I did 2 in a row. I'm so happy with my progress. It's awesome. However, since it's gonna rain for the rest of the week, I'm not sure I'm gonna have the opportunity to go back to the perm track. We'll see. Maybe if we are lucky an evening, but yeah, it's not looking good for now. Anyway, the thumb news are still the same. Like, it's a bit better. It's not really bothering me too much, but it hurts too much to go back to climbing, which is a shame because now that I cannot really go to the perm track anymore because it's raining, it would be perfect to go back to the climbing jig, but it hurts. I'm gonna go back anyway because I'm a child. However, now it's not only the thumb that hurts because it's so stupid. So yesterday when we arrived at the perm track, so basically we take the car and we have to park like uphill, park the car, and then we go down the road to the perm track. And the road is pretty long. It's in the beginning, like the first half is pretty slopey. It's not horrible, but it's kind of it's not flat. It's like kind of slopey like this. And then the second part is almost flat and it has a very, very gentle slope. So basically when I'm like training before I go on the perm track, like warming up to the sensation of being on a surf skate, I do it in the very gentle slope in front of the perm track. And I know for a fact it's a very gentle slope because when I go uphill, I can easily like surf skate my way uphill. I don't have to push on the ground. I can just do the wavy things and go uphill that way. And when I go down, it's super slow and I can easily stop myself even without putting the foot on the ground. I can just turn like that and I stop. But when you go from the parking lot, the first slope is a lot harsher. And when we were at the top of the slope, Mr. Tinks told me, he said, last time I started going down on my skate from the top of the slope and I ended up going so fast at the end that I had to like go into the grass to stop myself because I couldn't brake anymore. Like, it's difficult to brake on a skate. Like, you have to do it either with the back of the skate like this, but also don't do that because it's super dangerous. Or you have to like do a 90-degree turn and brake like you would when you are ice skating, I guess. Or you need to put your foot on the ground. Just with the friction of your the bottom of your foot on the ground, you slow down like this. But if you're going too fast, that doesn't work. So the only other option that was left was to try and go into the grass and hope for the best. Like, just hope you're not gonna do a hard stop in the grass and then get ejected on the front. But fortunately, he managed to make it fine. But he told me, be careful, don't start at the very top of the slope. If you want to go down the slope, start at the bottom so that you don't take too much speed. I listened to him. I went to at least 3/4 of the slope before I jumped on my skate and I started going down. And after 5 seconds, I was like, I'm going too fast. I can't stop anymore. I can't brake, I can't do anything. And the other half of the road, which is a very gentle slope, is a very gentle slope when you are going slowly. But when you are already going fast, you are still going faster. You're not losing speed because it's not flat. So my hopes of losing speed when I was in the second half didn't happen at all. I was just going faster. So I started panicking, but it's like you're panicking, but you can't do anything. You're just stuck on a skate and you're like, I'm gonna die. And something happens when you're on a skate and you start going over, I think it's like 30 kilometers per hour, which is pretty fast, mind you. It starts shaking, like you do micro turns like that, and you at some point you can't control them anymore, and you get ejected because of how fast the micro turns go. And my board was starting to do this, and I was kind of losing control, but if I really focused, I could get it to go straight again. But then at some point, so my boss, he saw me coming, and when you're seeing someone like front coming to you, you can't really judge the speed at which they're going. So he didn't realize I was going that fast. So he was like, hey, Maya, high five. And I went, no, 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 don't touch me, because if he touched me, I was dead. But just looking at him and talking to him, I lost the control of my board. So I started shaking again, and I was like, oh no, die! I got control again, and then I arrived near Mr. Tinks, and I said, I'm going too fast, what do I do? And he screamed to me, go in the grass, go in the grass. And I'll only have a little bit of road left before he started going downhill again. So I was like, that's it. I'm going to go in the grass and just hope for the best. I have no idea what's going to happen. So I turned gently. I was starting to completely lose control. I couldn't do anything. And I just didn't want it to fall on the road, because that would have, like, I would have broken a leg. So I went in the grass, and as soon as I touched it, I jumped down, because I was like, it's better to jump down than to get ejected because I slowed too fast. And I crashed. But it was minimal damage. I only scraped my knee. I mean, not scraped, I like hit my knee really hard. And I have like a hole. I'm not gonna show you. It's a bit gross. And I hurt a little bit my elbow and my shoulder, but other than that, it's fine. What saved me is that I had, it's really stupid, because I was holding my protection gear in my arms. So I was like this, holding my stuff, which means I couldn't like try to put my arms in front to protect myself. So I didn't break an arm thanks to that, because I was holding my stuff like this. So I just rolled, which is completely harmless. So I rolled, and it was absolutely fine because I was on the grass as well. So I survived, but it was incredibly scary because I was going fast, but it still lasted a long time. Like I had a good 10 seconds where I was like, I'm gonna die. I can't do anything. I can see my life flashing before my eyes, but I can't do anything to stop it. So yeah, that was scary. And I learned that I'm never gonna go downhill again because it's just too scary. I will just stay on straight roads from now on. So yeah, that was my scary movie for the episode. Now, the good news is that the people who are part of the diagram bed of knitters and people who enjoy being on small wheels, those people showed up in the comments. I got a lot of comments from people who said they either enjoyed the pump track content or just were also some kind of skateboarder or playing roller derby. Wow, that's very hard to say. Roller derby. So yeah, that was fun, and I'm glad to see it's not just me. So I hope you enjoyed this content, and I hope you never had such a scary fall as I had yesterday. You probably did. I almost forgot. I asked you earlier how much my bag of groceries cost me, and the answer is, I have the ticket here. Can you say ticket? In French, it's ticket. It was around 85 Swiss francs, 1 Swiss francs is a bit more than $1 currently. It used to be the same, but now it's a bit more. So yeah, did you expect that? Did you think it would be more because I told you Switzerland is super expensive? Or did you think it would be less, even if I told you that Switzerland is super expensive? I would be curious to know. So yeah, let me know your thoughts below. Anyway, I have one last thing to tell you before I log off, which is the secret test call is finally up. And as I said, it's on my Instagram because it's a secret test call, so I don't want to publish it on 6 different places. So if you would like to apply, you can go and check out the post on Instagram. And hopefully you will have some time to apply for that. It's a summer top. It's kind of basics with a twist, literally. I like it. So yeah, that's it. I think that's all I have to say for today. So thank you so much for joining me for this episode. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss out on any future content from me. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your love. I hope to see you again next time. Happy knitting. I love you. Bye.
Na 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 na.